Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're gonna work on some shaping, not too much nail art, but more so shaping because I really want to perfect that. So I'm gonna do a long stiletto set, tongue twister, using my not polished acrylic. So the first step that I do is trim down the nails and file them up really good, buff the surface to prepare for applying the nail tip. So to prepare the surface, I like to use the 80 grit nail file. And I kind of just go over the sidewalls, the free edge, as well as the surface. I do remove the little bump right there that's supposed to be the cuticle area. I just don't like the sight of it, so I do remove that in its entirety. Alrighty, so here's the trick that I was telling you guys about on one of my previous videos. So what I saw some other nail techs do is to dip the nail tip in the monomer for about 15 seconds and then applying it directly to the nail with the glue. And it does help the tip to stick, and it doesn't take long for it to stick. So if you are using a trainer hand only, I do recommend this method. Please do not do this on a live client. It will cause a chemical reaction. This is only for the purpose of practicing on your trainer hand. right, to cut down on some of the filing time, I'm going to try to get this as close as I can to a stiletto shape. And to achieve this, I'm just using some manicure scissors. Yeah, that's it. Use some manicure scissors to get that shape going on. Okay, so these nail tips are really, really flimsy. I did get them from Amazon. So one thing that I learned is just by trial and error, I use a 180 grit to shape prior to applying the acrylic. And I just try to take my time. So I do go side to side. And to get the stiletto shape, I just work my way down the length of the nail. So I think I do like 7 passes on one side, then I alternate to the other side. And as I work my way down the nail, I do less and less until I get a point. Also, I do make sure that I put a finger and some pressure where the nail tip meets the nail so it won't pop off. So as you can see, that one got kind of weak right there just because I'm a little too aggressive with my filing. So I did take my 80 grit sanding, or that's not a sanding bit, 80 grit nail file to kind of file where the tip meets the nail. And then I'm going to apply a little glue on there, and then it did the trick. So as you can see, I spent a great deal of time perfecting the shape. That is the sole purpose of this video. I think I spent about a good 35 minutes shaping these nails because I wanted them super pointy, and stiletto is one of my favorite shapes. So I really wanted to make sure that I focused on shaping this time. So again, I'm just going side to side, working my way down the length of the nail to make sure that it's coming to a point, and I'm using the center of the nail as a point of reference. So that is something to keep in mind. And also I'm making sure that I keep my finger on that, I guess you can call it the point of tension, where it can snap off. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna start doing my acrylic application. I'm burping my brush to get all of the air bubbles out, and I'm using Not Polish. I think this is Princess Slippers, I think. It's a really pretty pink. So I have gotten a lot better with this application, and I'm only using like maybe 1 or 2 beads now, depending on the length of the nail. I do have to occasionally go in and add a couple of small beads where it's you know, a little bit opaque or see-through. But for the most part, yeah, I've gotten better. I feel more confident with my application. I feel more confident with my brush. And it also helps to have a good acrylic system. So for me, what works is the Kiara Sky Monomer, and I like to pair it with the Not Polish acrylic powder. I have used Not Polish Monomer before, and it is pretty good, but by far my favorite is the Kiara Sky. It's beginner friendly, low odor. As you can see, it blends like a dream. It gives you plenty of time to work if you're a beginner. And I do have these drops that you can purchase if, you know, you feel like it sets too slowly. You can use those to kind of speed up your application. So yeah, that's my little combo, and I am working on my apex because I know y'all probably was dragging me in that other video where those nails were flat as a board, and I ain't ashamed of it because, you know, we all gotta grow. So yeah, keep on watching. Oh, another thing that I did want to mention really quickly is one thing that I learned is to make sure that you're rotating the finger and that you're checking your application from all angles. So, you know, you're looking from the sides, you're looking downward. So, you know, holding your nail up and looking straight down to make sure that it all goes the same direction, that it's all flowing in a straight line and there's no dip in the middle. And that's your apex. All right, so as you can see, I used all the monomer that was in my little makeshift dapping dish. I only use about a teaspoon, so and that's perfect for me. I'm very heavy-handed, so that's one of the reasons why I like using the little condiment cup, because it allows me to use just enough to do 5 little nails and not waste. So that's something to keep in mind too. I think it's like the more you see, the more you use. So I use that and it works out well. I am going to be purchasing a dapping dish soon, so y'all can probably stop dragging me about that too, because I'm sure y'all got y'all comments. But hey, whatever works for you works for you. I'm doing me. I ain't bothering nobody. So now I'm using my 5-in-1 course to just pretend that I'm sealing in the cuticle, going around where that acrylic is laying on the quote unquote natural nail. And then I'm going to go down and do some surface work. I like to use this coarse bit to debulk where needed, and it's a safety bit so it doesn't or it won't hurt your client if you choose to use this particular bit. This one I got from Amazon, which is okay, but for tools like this, I recommend getting a professional bit. So maybe Kiara Sky or Young Nails. I'm not too familiar with any other brands at the moment, but this does the job for me with practicing. So also, if you're wondering, I am using a dust collector by Prey, and it's not the best one. It's definitely not what the price is for this thing. So eventually I will be switching this one out for another brand. It does not cut down on the dust at all when I'm done. It's usually all over my little table, on me, on the floor, wherever it wants to go. So it's defeating the purpose. So I will be investing in something else. I pray. I'm sorry. I love you. I love your tips, but this dust collector ain't it. All right, so now I'm going to use an 80 grit nail file. So I like to use this to just shape up and kind of debulk a little bit where I didn't get with my grit. I kind of alternate between the nail file and the drill bit. So again, I'm just shaping up this nail. Is going to be a really pointy stiletto, so I'm going sidewall to sidewall and working my way down the length of the nail to make sure that I retain my shape, and also going over the surface to make sure I'm getting out all of the lumps and bumps and what have you, so that I can have a smooth nail. So the final step in the buffing and shaping process for me is to use a 240 sanding band just to go over and smooth everything out, smooth out all of the scratches from that coarse bit as well as that nail file. So I like to use a sanding band because it saves so much stress and strain on my shoulder. If anybody's ever buffed acrylic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I like to just go over and smooth everything out before I decide if I'm going to polish or do nail art or just possibly leave it as it is. So again, this is a 240 sanding band by, is it Pana, Pana, from Amazon. Yeah. So after I'm done filing, shaping, and buffing, I like to give the nails a good wipe down with my Young Nails nail swipe. This is perfect for pre and post application. So it works as a cleanser and a dehydrator. So I like to use that just to get all of the dust and debris off of the nail from the filing. So I decided that I'm just gonna kind of bling out two nails and then leave the rest as they are. This Princess Slippers is a really good pretty pink standalone, so you don't really have to do too much with it. I do recommend using more than one what should I say, I guess coat or whatever, just to kind of build up the intensity a little bit if you like, but for the most part it is kind of a sheer pink. So but to me it's really pretty. So I'm just gonna go in with this diamond gel from Apres, and I love it for any type of gems that you're gonna use, small or large. Oh, excuse me, small or large. It does hold very well. It does have to cure under a UV or LED lamp, just so you know, but placement is really easy with this gel and it's not runny, so whenever you lay a gem down, for the most part it's gonna stay as long as you have the nail position kind of upward or parallel, then the gel won't run or whatever. So I'm just using a teardrop and a little rectangular gem and then like some circular gems or rhinestones or whatever you want to call them. These are AB crystals from Amazon, and I think that little box cost me like $30 or so. So I do like the ABS crystals more than I do, or not ABS, AB crystals more than I do the clear crystals, because they have like a little rainbow shine to them. So they're really pretty. So I'm just gonna do that little simple pattern on this nail, and then I'm gonna add some bling on the thumbnail, apply top coat, and that's it. So I am doing a little quick flash cure with this cute little light that I got from Amazon. This is perfect if you are blinging out a lot of nails and you don't want to keep using your lamp. You just need something to help hold the gems in place while you're working. So I did get that from Amazon. So less is definitely more. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I did a lot of shaping, a lot of filing, a lot of buffing. I'm not the best when it comes to nail art, and that's something that I want to tackle later. Excuse me. Right now I'm just focused on shaping and my application as far as acrylic is concerned. So again, to me, less is more. These aren't Instagram nails. These are Lawrence nails. So appreciate my art, okay? So yeah, comment below and let me know if you wear something like this. They're really cute. They are kind of long, but they're really cute and simple. And I think a compliment any outfit. But look, y'all see that? I did all of that. And I'll put this hand under that light, and that top coat pulled at the free edge of that nail. See it? Look. Anyway, I'm proud of myself. See y'all next time.